human involvement, each and everyone's का involvement. So that is where the circular economy starts. It starts with my home. उसमें कोई expert या कोई government या कोई सफाई साथी होना जरूरी नहीं है. It starts with my home.
Zero carbon economy. Gopal, please tell us more about it.
Yeah, so basically anything you do in your life, so you leave some kind of carbon footprint around. So even if you say you are buying a packet of food, or you are going to a market and getting some vegetables for you, or wherever you are going, everywhere you are leaving some sort of carbon footprint. So what zero carbon economy is, basically, if you say it in a single line or in a layman language, that whatever I'm doing, I'm not hampering my kind of environment. I'm not doing something that is harmful for the environment, and I'm doing it in an eco-friendly way. So just an example, if you go to see, if I'm going to buy a vegetable, I'm going to carry my cloth bag and I'm going to come back in. So that is a part of zero carbon economy. So I've bought a cloth bag. Apart from that, where there are possibilities to substitute, that's a good thing. But where you don't find any substitute, you make sure that the material is used at its optimum level and it goes back where it belongs, and it won't end up somewhere where it won't harming the environment. So that is what the concept of zero carbon economy comes in, wherein wherever I can substitute something with the eco-friendly material, that's okay. But I cannot substitute something with the eco-friendly material, I'll make sure that it stays in the ecosystem and it is not discarded in a wrong way.
Can you give us a brief about what is sustainability and what's actually sustainability in the present times, how it is being looked at, and what actually should be done to be more sustainable?
Yeah, so when you talk about sustainability, so it's a very wider subject which covers all the aspect of human lives. It comes in a variety of categories, so like sustainability in your own individual life, sustainability in your companies that run around, sustainability in schools. So what basically sustainability is about the same thing, but usme we are adding that circular economy or carbon free economy wala touch. But apart from that, sustainability itself means living your life in a coexistent way without harming the nature and beings around you. So currently, if we go to see our food, we start with our food, right? So our food, what we are doing with it, we are putting in fertilizers, we are killing in the bacteria. Those are helpful for the growth of that food, just to avoid. So we are disturbing whole of the ecosystem by doing some or the other experiments which are not needed, or applying those methods which are not needed. So when sustainability comes in, is basically making sure that the things are going the way it is, and we are not altering the process of doing things our own way, which is what we call man-made and natural things. So we follow the natural pathway rather than going on with the man-made pathway. That is what the sustainability would essentially mean.
And would you discuss about it being the need of the hour?
Yeah, so basically we don't know what kind of threat we are living in right now. We have been lately seeing the kind of the temperature changes around us. We have been seeing multiple things that we are actually witnessing it. So recently I had been to a trip in Kedarnath, and I was just talking to the locals out there, and they were like, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, there used to be snow in this season, but now you see there is no like there is nothing around here. And there are places where there used to be snowfall somewhere around 10 years ago, and now they don't even see a pinch of snow. So somewhere down the line we are hampering the environment. And apart from that, if you say okay, theek hai, wahan pe hai, what about here? So if you go to see here also, the landfills around you, the dump yards around you, You can, like, you visit your dump yard of your city someday, and you will see the kind of threat. So we reside in Mumbai. So if you see the Mumbai ka dump yard, which is somewhere around the coastal line, and even some cities on the outskirts of Mumbai, they have their dump yards on the coastal line. So if the tsunami or some sort of flooding from the sea comes in, then you will be in a very kind of a 2-3 feet का कचरा road पे पड़ा रहेगा, and it will be a mess to clear it off, and it is also going to bring diseases with you. This is a small things which is connected in our day-to-day life that we are saying. But if you go to see how your e-waste is getting discarded, it is getting mixed up in your food. An average human being has somewhere around a credit card jitna plastic in his stomach. Why? Because we people, we don't know how to process the waste. This is my waste, this is created because of my need, and I myself, I don't know what to do with that particular thing, and I just throw it away. But the kind of impact it is having in that whole of the ecosystem is like tremendous. We don't even know, and it's like slow poison. We are not aware, but we are consuming it every day. You cannot say that there is a hole in the on the other end of the ship and I am on this end, so I am not going to drown. You are already drowning. It's just that you are not aware that it's your time. It's very near, so it's need of an act. If we don't act now, probably there could be, pandemic was a small thing, there could be some outburst of diseases which people ऐसे भी है ही, we are not aware. But how come the risk of cancer is increasing across the globe? How come people are dying in young age with heart attacks? How come every person you go around is suffering from some or the other disease? Even the smallest disease, but he's suffering from some or the other disease. So we are already dying. We are in a sort of pandemic which we are not even aware of because of this situation. So somewhere down the line, it's need of an hour that we switch towards sustainability and do something worthwhile.
Can you please elaborate more on the circular economy we're talking about?
Yeah. So basically, circular economy, I'll give you a small example. We Indians are already into circular economy way beyond than the Western countries or the developed nations, what we call. But actually, we lack the process of organizing it, and we lack the process of actually giving it the mainstream kind of a thing. So I'll just give you an example. And just imagine you have bought up a piece of something that is made up of plastic. You used it at its optimum level, you throw it away, you discard it, you mix it up, your waste is getting mixed up, your dry waste, wet waste, e-waste, reject waste, everything is getting mixed up, you throw it away. Now this particular waste is going to end up in dump yard. Why? Because it is not segregated. Now you just imagine, आपके घर में सिर्फ एक 500 ग्राम कचरा होता है, उसमें से you are not going to pull out a piece of paper that you have put in by mistake. You are not going to search that piece of paper, you are going to, ठीक है चलेगा. Now you just imagine a pile of like tons of, Mumbai generates somewhere around 10,000 tons of waste per day. So now you just imagine 1,000 ton, 1 ton is 1,000 kg. So 1,000 ton of waste ka pile in front of you, and how are you going to segregate the waste out of it? It's a natural thing that you are going to dump it up somewhere, you are going to pile it up somewhere. So now what you are doing is that material ended up on the dump site. Now gradually it will start eroding and it will start mixing with your soil. Now see the scenario of a circular economy which is going on in India. So now if your material is worthwhile, it's something that is going to earn some good amount. So what your waste picker or your safai sathi, I call them safai sathi, they are not the kachra walas, we are the kachra walas because we are making kachra. So I would rather call them safai sathis. So these safai sathis, they come to your place, they collect your waste, and they are going to put that hand in the bin, and us bin mein se, they are going to pick out this valuable waste and they are going to sell it off. And that particular waste जो बिका है, it again goes back to its granules and it's getting recycled. So you just see the kind of ecosystem in India we have by default naturally. So now where this circular economy concept comes into place, the way you call at your place the raddiwala who comes and who takes a newspaper and you just give him, and then he's selling it off aage, and that same paper is getting recycled. Now when you start doing the same thing with plastic, you are doing two things here. So first thing is that you are actually creating jobs in the ecosystem, and second thing is you are saving the economy of your nation. How? So all of these plastics are made out of petroleum things, right? It's a petroleum product. So when you actually recycle it, you are reducing the petroleum imports. And when you reduce this petroleum imports, it's like, you are saving the nation ka economy. So in a way, this circular economy is going to, it is there somewhere down the line. But if it is organized, if we all are aware, it is not just a one person's job or a government's job or a corporation ka job. Even if today municipal corporation or government says that you need to do this, and all of a sudden people are like, ठीक है, होता है, चलता है, and but corporation is doing the job, but we are not able to do our job. So सबसे पहला पार्ट उसमें ये आ जाता है कि human involvement, each and everyone's का involvement. So that is where the circular economy starts. It starts with my home. उसमें कोई एक्सपर्ट या कोई गवर्नमेंट या कोई सफाई साथी होना जरूरी नहीं है. इट स्टार्ट्स विद माय होम. आई स्टार्टेड द सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी का प्रोसेस. नाउ व्हेनेवर यू गो आउट, आप देखते हो कि एक बेसिक सी चीजें भी है. आजकल तो थोड़ा कम हो गया, बट देयर वाज अ टाइम व्हेन इवन अ पीस ऑफ बकेट और अ टूथब्रश यूज्ड टू कम फ्रॉम चाइना. Right? So what was China doing? It was doing the same thing. It was making products out of waste. Why can't we do that for our own country? And just imagine, this is a wild thought kind of a thing. In Mumbai, Mumbai is divided in 24 different zones, which we call 24 different wards. So now you imagine, like, each ward is generating somewhere around 500 tons of waste, and that waste is processed in the ward itself by some youth of the ward, and they are running some sort of circular economy kind of a model. So everyone is having some or the other benefits in the system, and at the same time you are empowering the local youth to do the business. So whenever now you go out and you buy a bucket, the daily utility wala thing, you are buying it made from a recycled material. So that is the first step of circular economy. Now second step, what comes about circular economy is a major picture. Like if you are doing construction or something, you are making a building. So now when you make green building, how it is going to help is like, there is no need for you to use lime or cement or something. There are traditional ways, and even in UK there are examples where you have made like huge towers using traditional ways. Right? So you can actually use those kind of techniques, and you actually develop it in such a way that your particular building is sustainable in itself. Like you have solar, you have multiple things, and you have plantations, and you have green cover, and you have STPs, ETPs, everything. So again, your whole of the ecosystem, whatever you are consuming, your first consumption wala part se waste generate hota hai, you address the waste. Your second consumption is your home. You are consuming your home in some or the other. It is another part of utility. Now you just imagine, if your home is sustainable, all of a sudden 50% to 60% of the problem is solved. Like मेरी लाइफस्टाइल का जो 60% जो contribution है, that is with my food, with my consumptions, and with my home, the food I eat, the clothes I wear. Or now we are not limited just to the clothes, we are limited to multiple things, we are dependent on multiple things. So everything we use and the house we reside in, or if we address these three parts primarily, if we say कि नहीं मैं एक sustainable way में चलूँगा, automatic you are giving birth to a circular economy. Because somewhere down the line you are going to promote the local people, somewhere down the line you are going to promote local economy. So local economy bhi ho gaya, at the same time it's sustainable or a carbon free economy. That's what we call a carbon neutral economy. So this हो गया अपने घर पे. Apart from that, as you can see on the screen, शून्य greens and all. अब cities में हम ये बोलेंगे मैं plantation कहाँ करूँ, मैं सब्जी वगैरह कहाँ ग्रो करूँ, मैं ये कहाँ करूँ. So there are multiple ways. Like you can develop Miyawaki in 2000 square feet of piece of land, 1000 पेड़ वहाँ आ गए. It is a lung for the city. Right? Now if you say ये छोटी छोटी चीजें, अब ये बोले कि वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट में मेरे पास टाइम नहीं होता है, मैं सेग्रीगेट कैसे करूँ, ये कैसे. It is hardly going to take 5 minutes of your day, and by giving that 5 minutes you are saving future generation का पूरा life. And by not giving that 5 minutes, the cost was just 5 minutes, and you are taking away future of this planet. So in a way we should, if we put our priorities in order, यानी हम awareness भी कर रहे हैं, हम लोगों को भी educate कर रहे हैं, at the same time people are learning and contributing to the cause, automatically we are reaching to a place what we call as circular economy. And there are ways where you can, it is not just limited to petrochemical products. अभी जैसे for example there are two things which recently we are working on. One of the thing is that कि आपका जो प्लास्टिक होता है, this तो everyone knows कि out of plastic certain type of fuels are being made, जिसको pyrolysis का process बोलते हैं, and they make some fuel out of it. So now there are processes where people are exploring out कि वही fuels है, why cannot we use petrochemicals and make plastic all over again? Yani that whole of the cycle goes all over again. So you imagine when you start working on something, that things start advancing, that things start developing. If you see 50 years ago, cars were very costly. Cars में वो features नहीं होते थे जो आज है. But it started somewhere, right? So we cannot just say that this circular economy or carbon economy or this neutral carbon neutral economy kind of a thing would cost you more, or would people, it will be difficult for us to adapt. It is just that we are in our comfort zone and we are not willing to push a step ahead.